Hi guys and welcome. So now this isn't financial advice and I advise you to do your own research. Okay, so this is the Bitcoin weekly time frame and quite a lot is currently happening and we will get into everything. A local bottom. Now, this isn't confirmed yet, so we have typical support right here at 57. We have liquidity resting below support, so it's going to put $1. This is money, right? So next view, now this is the weekly time frame. So this is going to take a lot. So now we still have liquidity right here. So this is going to be all right. So we have resistance, support, key areas, right? So looking to the left, I want to see what Bitcoin has done at these areas. So this was a previous resistance and then we flipped it so it became support. So that is why this zone is important, because we know that when resistance flip it becomes support, right? So all these are just minor zones that I'm marking. I'm trying to build a case around here, right? So this was a previous support right here, but we broke it. Now it is acting as a resistance, but on the weekly time frame currently it's looking as though it wants to break this resistance. It's not confirmed, so just label this uh, support flip, support resistance flip. How would I put it now? Okay, SR. So it's a flip. So I'm using price action and liquidity to analyze, but I don't want to make it more than 10 minutes. So maybe we'll do another one later. So support resistance, flip it. So right now this is an important zone because it was a support, it flipped to a resistance because it broke here. Now chances are that it flips this zone back to a support. So key notes right here. So we have a bottom here and another bottom, and below this bottom we have also liquidity. uh, Keynote, we're entering into a weekly fair value gap, and a very important zone I would like to watch is the 86k till about 92, 93, right? So let me quickly explain what is going on around here right now. Where we are at is a good zone to take a short if you are a retailer. Now, what does that mean? It means that retail are looking to sell here. Why are retail looking to sell here? This was a support zone. It broke it, flipped it, and now it's a resistance zone. So retail are looking to take a position like they're looking to take a position like this with their stop loss above 89, and they'll be targeting this lows right here, right? So this is like a good position for retail, right? Important resistance, they have a clear invalidation for their stop loss. Now remember, this is on a weekly time frame, right? So on a daily or a 4 hour, we can refine all this, right? As to so now the not impressive trade is this long, where so they are scared of targeting this high, right? Targeting 123k on Bitcoin is unrealistic, right? So pulling the fib, this is the 61.8 level. It's an important level, right? But where I'll be targeting is the 87k level. Why? It's the golden pocket, and we have a weekly order block. So this zone right here is going to be an interesting zone for retail to also sell from. I'm not saying that we wouldn't have retail sell from here, but the obvious zone is this resistance, right? Because it also broke it. So we have a resistance here and we have a resistance here. So let's just tag this whole zone sell zone for retail. So we're just gonna put sell zone. And when retail are selling, you do not want to be selling. That's it's totally against our principles. Right? Totally against our principles. Just trying to really not want this video to be too long. So sell zone for retail. Exactly. And until price breaks this zone, retail are not yet convinced, right? So this whole zone is a retail sell zone, and that's why I am not interested in selling Bitcoin or this whole zone. I'm reading how I see the chart. So I see the chart based on liquidity, right? And until liquidity is taken up or down, we wouldn't move, right? So I'm seeing a lot of liquidity building up around here, right? Because retail are starting to sell, and when retail are selling, they will be putting stop loss above here, just like how I explained, above 80, 98 to 100k. All right, what is my take on Bitcoin? This is for me like a, I wouldn't say a 50% level. So around 89 would be that 50% mark, where I would say either way we could go up or down, right? But I'm currently expecting, or I am anticipating more upside for Bitcoin, right? I am currently anticipating more upside for Bitcoin to the levels of 89 to 90k, 89 to 90k, especially because of this flip. So this is going to be a strong zone. especially when we have the weekly close like this. So I'm just going to go down to the daily time frame so you see exactly what I mean. So on Bitcoin daily, you see, this is a resistance. This is exactly where retail would be selling from. And now price has broken this whole resistance. Mind you, there is a possibility that price is just because retail selling here, they are putting their stop loss here. So price could just do something like this, take up the stop, and then because we have a lot of liquidity to the downside. So this is a possible move, right? Also, because we are forming a strong zone here, because resistance flip, I don't joke with it. We could also do a pattern like this and then clear this whole place up. So it just right now it's to watch. This zone is not a zone to buy. If you would have been buying, you would have been building from here, right? Or when it kept on. I haven't been on the chart for a very long time though. But my bot has been trading. So if you wanted to buy when it was making this lower highs, yeah, or higher lows, right? But right now, a clear place to buy also on the daily would be here because I'm looking for what's a good place to put an invalidation, because if we close below this 50 EMA at 74, then I don't think we're going back up. So yes, this could be a good trade, buying Bitcoin at 76k. Yeah. So we could have a pullback. And now Bitcoin is breaking here, so also retail traders would be trying to buy, which they would be putting their stop loss below here. So you could trick them and take out their stops and then buy right on the daily. Yeah. So this would be all for now. I really do not want to keep this analysis so long. So I want to be dropping them frequently. Right. But this is what I'm expecting. This is what I will be trading on Bitcoin. Until next time, adios.